Thord Altunga is the messenger that kings, nobles and warlords confide their treasures and secrets for several reasons. Thord speaks all known languages. Thord has what we call photographic memory, and Thord is incorruptible. What Thord has undertaken to deliver is delivered, whether it's a message he carries with him inside his head or in the casket he carries. That which needs 3 keys to unlock. Thord serves no lord, never takes sides, but carries out his missions with complete loyalty. The legend of Thord Altunga the Messenger isn't very well known, but we're going to tell you the story. Our token bears his name, the Thord token. Our business takes inspiration from the Vikings. Their sense of community and fairness runs deep in our culture. Let me introduce you to the Viking Pals. Or let's start with the internet, which has made the whole world spend hours behind computer screens and smartphones every day. We have our thousands of photos stored safely in the cloud. We communicate with the whole world or only with a friend in our own private chat. Social media has given us all sorts of apps, allowing us to communicate freely and undisturbed. But is that really so? Unfortunately, it is not. Social media and messaging apps are making huge amounts of money selling you and their data to advertisers. In addition, these messaging apps are popular targets for hackers. Because your information needs to be available to advertisers, it also makes it easily available to those hackers too. We are tricked into feeling safe. Theatrics for our benefit. So this lack of privacy and security, combined with our unfounded trust in today's platforms, has left us unprotected and vulnerable. Have you, for example, experienced talking to someone about a topic or writing something online and then being exposed to an advertisement for just that? Surely that was a coincidence, right? When you realize, of course, the feeling of being financially and morally exploited are unavoidable. Every week we read news about these huge companies and institutions being hacked, naive individuals who are being scammed, and it goes on. This is where the Vikings enter the stage. Viking Pals is comprised of several different communication products. Send messages, make voice and video calls, store and share files in a completely secure environment where no one listens to calls, hacks, or sells you to the highest bidder. Viking Pals is a private, invitation-only, decentralized communication ecosystem allowing secure delivery of voice, video, and digital information. Viking Pals marks the dawn of a new service that removes the requirement to have multiple security apps across your devices. We don't hide this. You can read about everything in detail on our white paper for technically minded individuals. Check our workings. Let's start with Raven, a bomb-proof way to transfer files, so you don't have to worry about spying, phishing, or unauthorized opening of content. Your content is protected both online and offline and ensures total security regardless of delivery method. With the shattered glass protocol, the files are stored, fragmented, in different places so that if someone should steal your computer, they will not get hold of your files. They need the key, which only you have. If you send files and documents, you can even track them and see when and who opened them. You can undo even after the files are sent and decide that the recipient no longer has access to the file. Stop your file in its tracks. Wolf allows you to speak one-to-one or one-to-many in complete privacy, instant and secure messaging and talk, no fuss, no delays. The perfect communication channel when you need it. Unlimited meeting times, peer-to-peer and end-to-end encryption, native Android and iOS meeting app in addition to desktop, sync contacts without giving access to a third party, with many more developments coming soon. End-to-end encryption is a trusted method of secure communication that prevents any third parties from accessing your data while it's transferred from one device to another. With other communication platforms, the entire call goes through one server system. This server is a treasure trove for hackers and a real target. With our communication platform, you only visit the server for a short moment. to establish connection with the others in the conversation. And even in this brief moment, our artificial intelligence keeps any hackers at a distance long enough for you and the others to leave the server. Our encryption technology makes it virtually impossible for a hacker or even Viking Pals to steal or share user information, as we simply do not have it. Viking Pals also has open source encryption technology so that any user can verify our word on how your privacy and data is handled. Wherever you are, you can easily connect to Wolf from a PC, Mac, iOS, or Android device. Invite friends, colleagues, business partners, or clients and connect for online meetings.
So it's really an interesting time when we kind of look back at how the web has evolved over the last 20 years. It's interesting for me, especially because I got my start actually in internet marketing in the late 90s. And it was one of those things when I saw the internet, I just immediately knew that it was it for me, and I understood really the true value of it. And to see it go from just static websites to websites that you can contribute to, connect with people, and it spurred on businesses, new businesses that we've never seen. Uber is a perfect example of something that a billion-dollar business that would never be possible without mobile phone technology, and Google Play and Apple App Store as an example, and many other businesses as well. And so we're actually entering a really interesting time of what's called Web3. And this is the ability for users to actually own the technologies that they use on a daily basis. I can't tell you how amazing and transformative that is, to really understand the ability for anyone around the world to be able to transact and settle in real time in your business and promote your business, and to own a part of it, and to have a stake in the game is transformative. And that's what Web3 is all about. It's all about actually what we call the ownership economy. It's where users that are using your platform can actually own a part of it and to be able to promote it as such. Bitcoin is a perfect example of that, actually. Ethereum and many other Web3 types of technologies that are coming that involve lots of areas. But a big part of Web3 is going to be user-owned technology at the end of the day. And we're on the forefront of that. So we're really excited about that. And that's really what this project represents. Start with this. NFT stands for non-fungible token, which basically is a unique digital item. So it could be anything, literally. Right now, primarily it's graphics, artwork that is being transacted as an NFT. But it could be anything. It could be a ticket to an online show that is an NFT, and that's just your proof of purchase. And this is what's so interesting about NFTs, is the fact that our digital world and our, let's say, physical worlds are starting to blend together. And NFT is kind of a way to kind of bridge that gap, if you will, and to show off your digital items as yours. And that's what the beauty of NFT is. And that's why there's so much opportunity with it, because there's applications everywhere. So we intend on having a platform and a marketplace for NFTs that Anas can talk about technically. And this, again, the interesting thing about this is the fact that we're going to have a large user base, and all of those users can participate in types of NFTs that are traded in our marketplace. So anyone holding the tokens is going to be, participating in all of those revenues as well.
I think it's important to rub that in, Matt, by taking part in all the products and services we have as a token holder.
By holding the token and parking it, you're going to then be issued effectively partial revenue per what you own in the system. If you own 1% of the tokens, you will get 1% of the revenue after the expenses are paid. So it truly is a way in which that you could have ownership in the system. So through the NFTs is the interesting thing about NFTs is it can be traded again and again and again, and the owner of that NFT can get paid again and again and again. So this is why it's really interesting in the music business, because it's a way in which that the the musician or the artist can actually profit from the resale of their art again and again and again. And that's written right into the smart contract. So in our system, same way it goes. So there'd be a percentage of those resales that would go back to us time and time again on each sale. So the beauty of a system like ours, with having millions of people using it, is going to be anything that's traded in our marketplace would also generate a revenue for the token holders. So that's what's really interesting about this concept.
Why buy Thord tokens? If Zoom had made an NFT of their very first Zoom meeting, it would be, let's say, expensive. There is only one copy of a unique NFT. Viking Pals will have its own NFTs for each product release. In addition, once a month, a new chapter of a book about Thord is released, and after 12 months, a new book is published. We've talked about the products, which address a market crying out for a better way. We've talked about the NFT market, a market exploding around us right now. The Thord token gives you an opportunity to invest in this Web3 world and own your part in the company, which sells both these products and NFTs. $345 billion will be spent on internet security in 2026. It's easy to lose money in the crypto world, but you could take a look at a real product with real customers, with a real team, and make better decisions.